The topic is interface in Dart. Before we start programming, some important points you need to remember is that Dart does not have syntax for declaring interface. The class declaration behaves as an interface in Dart. The interface defines syntax that a class must follow. When a class implements an interface, it must override every method instance variable of an interface. Classes can use implements keyword to use any class as an interface. And finally, class must redefine every method and instance variable of an interface. So it means that the class behaves as an interface in Dart programming language. Let us go for practically to see. First of all, I will create a class here, then that will behave like an interface in another class. For the the syntax is first class keyword, then class name, for example peacock. After that, open two curly braces, and here you need to define methods or variables. For that, I will write a method here, void can talk, and inside it I will use simply a print statement. I will write another method here, void can walk, print so I have defined a class here, and inside this class I have two methods, void can talk and can walk. We define another method here, void can fly. Inside it I will write another print statement, peacock can fly. After creating definition of first class peacock, now I will create another class. For that I will use class keyword. Class keyword is used to define class, and then class, let's say another bird, ostrich. This P should be capital here because class I have to use capital letter. First letter should be capital. Class ostrich. Here, after creating definition of class, I can write here implements. Once I will use the implements keyword in this class, so this becomes as an interface, and all these methods here, it must be rewritten. That means it must be override all the methods inside the class, this class or variables. Class ostrich implements peacock, and inside it now every method in this class must be overridden here. For that I will simply copy all these and paste here. After pasting here, I will make some space here to make you understand it. Look, void can talk. This method needs to be overridden. For that I will change peacock to, that's we are rewriting the code of the method. This method ostrich can't talk. Ostrich can walk, can fly. Ostrich can't fly. So in this class I have overridden all the methods of previous class peacock. Before every method I will use at the rate of override here. It means that I am overriding the methods of superclass. This peacock is the superclass. After that I will write main method here, and inside I will create object of these classes. First of all I will create peacock is equal to new peacock terminator, and now I will call the methods of this function, this class peacock. For that I have created object pck dot can fly, pck dot can talk, pck dot can walk. You can see I have called the methods of peacock class. Inside I will create another object of ostrich class, ostrich, then ost object name new ostrich. I will use object and call on every method inside it. Can fly, ost dot can walk, ost dot can talk. Now you can see I have here overridden all the methods of previous class. Let me run it first and show you the result. So you can see here first it shows peacock can fly, peacock can talk, peacock can also walk, ostrich can't fly, ostrich can't talk, ostrich can also walk. So this is how we implement interface in dot programming language. A class can implement multiple interfaces. That means if I create another class here after the peacock class, duck, and inside it I will write print and then duck can swim. After creating another class I will create object of it and try to print method inside it. For that I will use the same duck keyword, duck dck is equal to new duck. After creating object or instance dck dot what is the name of the class, can void method, void, I will create a method here, I forgot it, void can swim. After creating object of method of this duck class, I will create object here. I have already created object, now I will call this function can swim. It was actually not showing because I have not created method inside a duck class. I have simply written print statement. After creating calling this function, let me print it first, run it. You can see duck can swim. So this is the method of duck class. So a class can implement multiple interfaces. For example, let me see tell us about this ostrich class that implements peacock. To make it multiple interfaces, it is implementing multiple interfaces, separate it with comma and then use the class name duck. Now this ostrich class have implemented two interfaces, that's peacock and duck. This duck, you can see here, this needs to be overridden its method. For that I will add the rate of override can swim. Then this can swim method belongs to ostrich. I can write here any other things like ostrich can also swim. After creating another method inside this ostrich, I will call this ost dot can swim. Ostrich can also swim. So this is how this multiple interfaces work. I can use any other more things. I can simply write many other things inside this method because this is overriding. So this is how it works.